What is up, guys? Welcome to the very first edition, the very first hangout of Travel Happens. We're going to be talking about all-inclusive resorts in the U.S. But before we get into that, I wanted to go ahead and introduce your travel ninjas. We're the ones that are going to be hosting this show. We're going to be hosting it every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. So with that, I am Dale Manning. My partner over here is Tim Wade. Go ahead and say hi, Tim. Hopefully you can see
Hey, Tim, let me try that again.
All right, perfect. So we're your two travel ninjas, and a little bit about who we are and why we put this goofy show together. We're travel professionals, okay? We're travel agents, and we prefer travel ninjas because we're able to go in there and slice and dice and find the best deals possible out there. And we like to have fun. You know, it's past the days of like 1950s suit and tie kind of travel agents, right? So we put this show together to kind of help educate travelers and other travel professionals out there about the little ins and outs of the industry, right? Maybe answer some questions or just give a little bit of fun suggestions on different travel topics that are out there. So we're going to start this week with all-inclusive resorts in the U.S. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any show topic suggestions, you know, we're here for you. So please, by all means, tell us what you want us to talk about. The absolute best way to contact us is to go ahead and fill out the comment box that you can see below. So fill that out, send all your comments, questions, suggestions, and we're going to get back to you as quickly as ninjally possible. You know, we do have other jobs out there and stuff, so by all means, be patient if we don't get back to you lickety-split. So with that, all-inclusive resorts in the U.S. There's a reason why we picked this as travel professionals, and it's because it's a common question that we get from clients that are out there. You know, a lot of people, maybe you don't have a passport, you can't get a passport. Maybe you have lots of kids, you don't want to travel internationally with them. You don't want to pay that kind of crazy airfare, but you want the value that an all-inclusive brings. So we have people ask us all the time, what are my options for an all-inclusive resort in the US? And it's a little surprising. There's only one. Yeah, that's right. There's only one all-inclusive resort in the U.S., and it's actually a really nice property. One of the reasons why we chose it, not just we get asked a lot about it, but because that is such a popular question, our host travel agency actually set up what's called a familiarization trip, a FAM trip, for the agents to go and actually take a look at this property. So the property is Club Med, Sandpiper Bay, and it's down in Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's probably about an hour and a half north of Miami, over on the Atlantic side of Florida, and it's an absolutely beautiful property. For those that don't want to travel internationally, want that value, this is really the best option that's out there. So like I said, we were able to actually go and have firsthand experience about the property, and you've been hearing from this travel ninja. I want to go ahead and pass it on over to Travel Ninja Tim and let him talk about his experience down there at the property.
Thanks, Dale. You know, a Club Med was a really exciting time for us. You know, I'm married. We've got 3 children. Our kids range from anywhere from 4, 8 to 10. So we have a pretty busy household. And when we vacation as a family, you know, we learn the hard lesson about going someplace not all inclusive, because that's a really, really important thing. Because now for our 10-year anniversary, we went to Aruba and we stayed at this great resort. Now, being a travel agent, the reason we became travel agents is because we had a passion for travel, but we wanted to do it smarter. We wanted to be able to make sure we maximized our dollars and cents. So we got a great rate at this awesome little timeshare condo in Aruba. And it was a really good experience, except for every time we went to eat, shink, $100. I was like, man. And after 8 days and 7 nights of $100, that got really expensive really fast. So when we got home and kind of regrouped from our anniversary, we were getting ready to take another vacation with our kids, and we really wanted to make sure that this time it was going to be a vacation. So we found an all-inclusive, but we thought we had to leave the country to have this type of experience. So we were in Jamaica, and when I say all-inclusive is awesome, I mean awesome. Like, we would wake up at midnight to go to the other restaurant that just opened up so we could eat again. I mean, it was just straight gluttony for a few days, and we really didn't have to bring our wallet out. So, you know, when we came home, we were like, man, this is just a really, really good experience. You know, we hope we get to do it again. We kind of started to gear a lot of our travel around the all-inclusive markets, from cruises to, you know, resorts and stuff like that, because it just made it easy. We really got to go vacation. Now, as Captain Dale here was talking about Club Med. Now, Club Med is a exceptional all-inclusive. And what I mean by that is all of their food is really, really good. Now, you know, we both had the opportunity to work in restaurants over the years, so we have a passion for good food. And I'm also allergic to everything. And when I mean everything, it's easier for me to give you the list of the things I can't eat. So like when we were at Club Med, I was able to get all kinds of variety of food, and my kids absolutely loved the food too. And it wasn't like bland food. It was food with flavor. It was food that was fresh. It was food that looked good on your plate. It wasn't something that was just getting slopped onto your plate. It was a really good experience. So there was all kinds of activities that were included. So I didn't have to think about food. I didn't have to think about drinks. When we were there, our children had a blast. And this was the thing that really set Club Med apart from a lot of the other resorts. We got to have a vacation as parents while our children were there. And I don't know about you, but a lot of the times when we go on vacations, you know, hey, I got to make sure my child's not getting swept out in the undertow, and where's this one over here? And, you know, oh, David, put that back down, or, you know, oh my gosh, don't put that on fire. You know, we just have to pay attention to our kids when we're on those trips. So with Club Med, they have the mini Club Med there. And our kids, we knew they were having a good time when we were sitting at breakfast, and I hear this, hey, let's talk more eating, you know, because they were ready to get to their activities. And our children weren't just thrown in a room for a day where they were playing Xbox. They actually had a schedule. They would go from a cooking class to sandcastle building to going to the pool to going to not even just like trapeze and all kinds of other things. At the end of the stay while they were there, the gracious organizers of the GOs, they're the people that actually work on site there. They're the customer service. They're the people interacting with our children. It was the same people through the whole process with our kids, down to the point where my daughter actually knows all of their names because they had such a good time, because they built that personal relationship with them. Now, they pushed our children's boundaries. And what I mean by that was the last night we were there, they had this concert, and it was really cool because all three of our kids were up on stage and dancing and having a good time. And afterward, what really kind of hit home for me was my son came up to me and said, you know what, Daddy, I don't have stage fright anymore. You know, and as a parent, that speaks volume. If you can have a child go have an experience and get an exposure where he's going to step out of outside of the box and do something that would normally be uncomfortable for him and find confidence, that just really meant a lot for us. And our kids had a blast, but while they were busy having a blast, because they were busy with the mini Club Med, that's what we were doing. Man, we were hanging out in the adult-only area, in the hot tub, getting golden nuggets dropped by the owners of our awesome host agency, Travelution. Now, one of the benefits of becoming an agent, this trip to Club Med for us, as a family of 5, it was free. And I don't know about you, if it's free, it's for me. And we just had a great time because Travelution took a bunch of agents down there on what he called a fam trip, where we got to go just experience the resort. And the resort has all kinds of other amenities too. It wasn't just food and hanging out at the pool. I mean, when we talk about activities, you can go get a golf lesson with a group golf lesson for free. You can go play some tennis. You can go do volleyball. You can do trapeze. You know, there was a lot of activities that you could do at absolutely no cost and get a great experience. Now, if you wanted a private lesson, you could actually do that. You know, if you wanted to go to the spa and get a massage or maybe get your nails done, there was some spa costs in there, but everything else was included. Like, I actually never had to take out my wallet once in the 3 days that we were there. And as a family, that really means a lot when you're going on a vacation, because I swear every time we're on a vacation, it's just shik, shik, shik. So to be able to go and just enjoy was a really, really good time. Now, I wasn't the only one that had fun with the amenities and the sports there. Captain Dale here had a little fun out in the water, and I'm going to let him kind of tell you his experience with the other activities.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Tim. It's true. Before I went down to Club Med, I was just regular old Dale. There was nothing special about Dale. I wasn't no Captain Dale. But since I went down there for this experience, all of a sudden I am now Captain Dale. And so a little backstory about me and why this would make sense. I moved up to New York City. It's where I currently live, probably about a little over a year and a half ago. And I moved up from New Orleans. And for whatever reason, whenever I got into the city, I had an itch and I couldn't quite scratch it. I just wanted to go sailing. I just fell in love with the idea. I started watching all sorts of YouTube videos about it, reading books about sailing. And for a year and a half, it's just been like this constant little motivation for me. Like, I want to learn how to sail. I want to learn how to sail. So I'm one of those people that I love to research. And I think that's what makes me like really awesome travel professional. I love to do the research. So as soon as I heard about Club Med, Sandpiper Bay, that we're going to be able to go and experience, I had to research it. And And I had to research it, I'm not going to lie, because when I hear South Florida Club Med, I think old people. And there's no offense, I don't mean any offense by that, but as someone that's on the younger end of the spectrum, that's just the kind of the interpretation, the feeling that I had about this specific property. And that was absolutely shattered when I was there. It is for all age ranges. It is just for people that enjoy an active lifestyle. Really, hands down, one of the best experiences that I've ever had. So I'm doing my research and I see that, man, this is exciting. They actually have like really good food. It's fresh food. It's not like a big buffet that's just, everything's been sitting out old. They cook everything small and in small batches, and they put it out fresh. And you got all sorts of delicious food to eat, like mahi and tuna and salmon and all sorts of good stuff. So I'm looking through and I'm getting excited about it, and I get to the sports activities. Now, Club Med has anywhere from 15 to 30 different unique sports at any one of their 65 plus locations that are out there in the world. Just in case you're like, man, what's up with this Club Med? There's a lot to it. So I'm out there and I'm seeing that they have sailing. Sailing is included. So we were there on work. Technically work, right? So I couldn't, the first day or so, I didn't have an opportunity to really go and take the sailing lesson, to be able to take the sailboat out whenever I could. But the very first day that I could, I go, awesome staff to give me a quick rundown about how this boat works, and I take it out on the water. And I spent all the time that I wasn't in a meeting that I had to be at, I tried to get on that sailboat and be out there on the water sailing. And I'm telling you, I absolutely loved it. I was like a kid. I was just out there. I wanted to see how fast I could go. The wind wasn't really picking up all that great the first day, but it was perfect conditions to learn how to sail. And something that's really awesome about this particular Club Med property is it's 10 minutes away from the beach. If you want to go to the beach, it's just a 10-minute car ride down the road. But that's on the Atlantic side. So if you have small kids, you might be worried about them like being dragged off to Cuba with the undertow, something crazy like that. But Club Med's actually on a river, so you have nice calm water to enjoy those water sports on, like sailing and paddleboarding. So we went down with like 35 agents, and they saw how much fun I was having. I was just constantly like, quick lunch, I'm gonna get back out on that sailboat before people start taking them out again, And just like Tim said, his son David dropped his guard down and was like, I'm not afraid. I don't have stage fright anymore. I found the same thing with adults. It was just such an amazing experience. People saw how much fun I was having, and people that were, and maybe it's because they saw that I had flipped the boat over and I wasn't swimming back to shore for a couple of days. They had a little faith and a little confidence in my skills. But people that were afraid of water, that maybe they couldn't swim, they've never been sailing before, all sorts of different, reasons why people had never been on the water or why it was intimidating to them. They just felt comfortable with me. So I ended up captaining out 9 people, 3 different trips. You could fit 4 in the boat, so 3 different people on all those trips. And it was just awesome. It was just hands down one of the best experiences ever because, they have tennis and they have golf and they have volleyball and they have basketball and all those things. But for me, the big draw was the sailing. And not only did I get to experience it and get to really kind of enjoy and learn a lot about sailing by actually doing it, I did it in a really safe environment. I did it with really friendly people. And I was able to share that experience with other people that are not kind of like my extended family, just because we had such an amazing time down there. So that's kind of how I got my name, Captain Dale. There was another captain. I'll tell a quick story because if you know anything about our host agency, you'll hear it later on down the road. So I'll call him Captain Al. Captain Al went out by himself. He was another guy who loved sailing. He couldn't find 3 other people, I guess, that trusted his sailing skills so much. So he went out by himself, and he was standing on the back, and he's trying to take a selfie of himself with a disposable camera, like the old 35 millimeter, like rolly kind. Anyways, he actually tipped the boat over. He was standing up trying to take a picture, and a gust of wind came over. He wasn't paying attention. It knocked him over. He was still laughing. He had an absolute great time. So that's the other captain story that's out there. My safety record, 100%. We won't talk about the other captain, but that story is out there. So that's kind of my experience with it as far as the sports and activities. And I don't know, Tim, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, it really, one of the biggest things about Club Med is really the customer service. The people that work there, like I said before, they live on campus. You eat dinner and they'll sit with you while you're hanging out. And it's just really it makes the difference in the experience with the property. Anything that you need. It was so funny. It was raining one day, and on the last day we were getting ready to leave, and it was kind of cold and it was a little ugly, and we were trying to figure out how to get from one building to the other. And this one GO goes running over and he grabbed, the umbrellas for the tables. He grabbed that and goes walked us back over. I mean, they just really go above and beyond anything in service. And if you want to see more about the Club Med property we're talking about, or other Club Med properties, there's actually a link down there that says Club Med properties, and it'll take it to you, and you can see lots of videos on the properties and kind of get to experience them. I know you hear us talking about it, but you can go see it firsthand for yourself. And there's other videos about other Club Med properties, because now it's not just this Club Med property. Now, Club Med was the original all-inclusive properties. There are about 67 of them all around the world, and they're everything from skiing. You can go to Europe. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, amazing properties, and you can go check out a little bit more of those on yourself. Now, Dale, we have some other topics that we were going to be talking about here pretty soon, right?
Absolutely. You nailed that one right on the head, Tim. Like I started the show off, this is Travel Happens, because guess what? Travel happens, and we're going to be broadcasting a brand new show topic for everybody out there every Wednesday at 9 p.m. and may very well bring that to maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, something crazy like that. It just depends on what you guys want from us. So this week we've been talking about all-inclusive resorts in the U.S. And again, I just want to let you know, if you have any questions about Club Med, if you want to know any more information, you can go ahead and click that link that will bring you straight to the videos of Club Med, so you can take a look for it on your own. And if you have any show topic suggestions, if you want us to talk about anything in the future, that contact link, that contact box below, is the absolute best way to get in contact with us, to share with us your thoughts, your feelings about the show and where you wanted to go in the future. So because this is our first show, we had to already pick our next topic. So next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to hear us talking about myths of a travel agent. What are these mysterious ninja creatures? Do they even exist? I kind of gave that one away today, that yes, we do. But, we want to cover, what value do we bring? Why would you want to use us? Does it cost an arm and a leg? All the little kind of myths and misconceptions that are out there about travel agents, we're going to be covering next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you, like I said, any other questions that you want to know about the show, about Club Med, or if you want to know how to become a travel agent yourself, by all means, use that comment box below. That is the absolute best way to contact us. Tim, is there anything else you'd like to add before
I'm going to throw this one little thing out there. I know we have myths of a travel agent, but some of the things that we're getting ready to down the road here is we're going to.
I know what you're going to do, Tim. I know what you're going to do, and I can't believe you're about to do it. I have to let you know.
Come on.
You're doing it?
All right, I'm doing it. All right, so that's the deal. You heard me say free, right? Everybody likes free. We're going to show you how to earn a free cruise, how to earn a free trip. And that's some of the benefits of becoming a travel agent. And remember, I said we became travel agents because we just had a passion for travel, and we wanted to be able to do something we were already doing smarter. And what we learned about travel and becoming travel agents was you can earn some pretty amazing free things. Now our host travel agency, Travelution, they took us on this trip for free. It was that fam trip. And that was just an amazing experience in itself. So just getting associated with the right home agency makes a big difference. But we're going to throw some insider tips in there where you can go out and take advantage of these. Because I don't know about you, like I said before, if it's free, it's for me. So we're your travel ninjas. We really appreciate your time, taking a little bit of time out on your Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Dale, thank you so much for just your inspiration and being able to come out and do something that, I'm not going to lie, this is not something I ever thought I would be doing down the road, and it's been an absolute blast. So I'm Travel Ninja Tim.
I'm Travel Ninja Dale. We definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to look at us, and hopefully we're making travel fun. Hopefully you're enjoying what we're doing. Again, go ahead, give us your feedback, please, in the comment box below. And travel's fun, man. Travel happens. We're going to see you next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m.